Hello, and thank you for clicking into Witchy-Woo Tarot. This is going to be a twin flame soul connection energy reading and will not resonate with every person watching. If this is your story, please let me know down in the comments, and if not, feel free to check out my other collective readings. And finally, all of my info is down below in the description box, so please check it out, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So we have officially made it to Leo season. And we're getting closer to the Lionsgate portal 808, which is very powerful for twin flames, especially for the masculine energy. So masculines are going to be activating new light codes and awakening more behind the scenes. So this year it's going to be at the same time as a conjunction of the Sun and Venus in Leo. So it's going to be more love focused energy, but that's not for a couple of more weeks, so I won't go too deep. So just know a lot of you may be feeling a building of energy. Almost like the eye of the tiger in Rocky, okay? So lots of preparation and getting ready to go into the ring, so to speak, okay? So I'm going to be doing a special Lionsgate reading 2 weeks from now, so just be sure to tap the notification bell. That way you don't miss it. So guys, let's get started. And I'm going to get energy for the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine from the Sacred Geometry Oracle. I have a lot of new things to show you all tonight. I'm really excited. But as we know, time, energy, gender are fluid. So if you want to reverse the roles, feel free to do so, as this is a journey back to the other half of your soul. So this isn't about male, female. It's about positive and negative energy and getting a balance between the two. So yeah, I know we talk about that all the time. Just a quick little reminder for those of you who may be new to my channel or new to the twin flame concept. But yeah, so let's get some energy for the Divine Masculine and see what theme or lesson is currently relevant within their energy. So for the masculine, we have healing. Beautiful. And for the feminine, we have authority. Okay, so kind of seems like a little bit of a role reversal right now. Bottom of the deck, we have universal love. Wow, that is gorgeous. So the frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. So both twins, both masculine and feminine energy, are really understanding that it's not so much about romantic love, it's about universal love. It's about loving the source, understanding that you are the source of love, applying it in everyday life, understanding the connection we have to everyone on this planet, the deep connection we have with this planet itself, but also understanding that we are divine beings who radiate love like a beam of light onto this earth. Understanding the bigger picture is what I'm hearing. So that is very important. That is the twins' mission on this earth, right? Is to teach the world about universal unconditional love. So for the masculine, we have healing. A lot of green in this photo, and I'm being reminded of the heart chakra. So some masculines, again, like I was saying, this is going to be a time where we're going to be more love focused, especially for the masculine. They're going to be healing their hearts. They're going to be really opening themselves up to the dream, to the vision of love and all of its possibilities. So the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So also the masculine is understanding that they have the ability to heal themselves because they are whole within themselves. They don't need anything, anyone, any situation to heal them. They can heal themselves. And they're healing themselves by really being honest in their hearts about what it is that love is really supposed to look like. Also, the feminine energy heals the masculine. So with the feminine, we have authority. This reminds me of the Emperor card. That big energy. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. So I'm hearing kingly. The feminine is being and acting like a king. She's understanding that she can still be feminine. She can still be wise, loving, caring, open, but she's taking control of who she is by almost being a little more revered. Not necessarily putting up a wall around her heart, but taking control over what she allows in her heart, in her space. She's displaying more of a masculine energy, and I think that the lesson there for the feminine is learning how to balance both feminine and masculine qualities about herself, gaining control over this situation by being her true natured self, but also having that restraint, having that poise, having that regality about her. So lots of green and yellow in those two cards. So let's get started. I'm going to get some energy for the masculine with the Light Seers Tarot. And we're just going to actually find out what's in their conscious thoughts, in their heart space, what actions they want to take, and their desired outcome. So for the masculine, what's in their conscious mind currently? All these cards want to jump out, but I don't really want 10,000 cards. I just want one or two. You think we can just make that happen with the one or two? Here we go. Come on now. What's in the masculine's thoughts? It's like the last several collective readings I've done for twin flames, the masculine hasn't really had anything flipping out right away. It's like they're keeping things to themselves. With their heart, what's going on inside of their heart space? We know that they're currently healing. What else do we need to know about the masculine's heart space? See, no, that's a lot. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, but I feel like this is important, so I'm going to keep that. All right, so for the masculines, you know what? No, I rebuke that. We're going to take that back. For the masculine and what actions they're wanting to take towards the feminine. What actions is the masculine wanting to take towards the feminine? And just one or two cards. One's fine. You guys, the full, perfect. And finally, what does the masculine desire? What is the desired outcome for the masculine energy? Please. Oh, and I'm not sure if you guys can hear, but I do have some solar plexus healing music on in the background by Meditative Mind. I will add this to my playlist because it's like I'm sitting beside a bonfire, but in my living room. So maybe you guys want to check that out because it's really relaxing. So come on, masculine. Come on, masculine. What do you want? What is it that you desire from the feminine and in this relationship? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not even shocked. So let's dive in for the masculine first. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. So as you can see, the masculine has made it over the hump. He's made it over the hill, lighting the wands along his journey, checking off the boxes. He's made it down to the bottom. The journey for him is it's coming to an end, right? 10 of Wands is the end of a cycle. So although the masculine has carried a lot of burdens, he's about to start putting those down. In the recent past, either he has started to put down those burdens or he is going to. So for the masculine in their conscious mind, we have the Death and Rebirth card. So it's like the masculine is starting to awaken. This is exactly what I was describing when I was talking about the Lion's Gate. And it's crazy because I had a really interesting dream a couple of nights ago where it actually looked a little bit like this. I was inside of a nursery that was on a boat dock, and I opened the curtain to, which was the door, and I was on the lake, surrounded by water, and up in the sky there were these huge stars, and they were almost cartoonish. But then, even crazier, a bunch of storks started flying by, carrying babies. It was just the weirdest dream. Anyway, sorry to get sidetracked, but that's just reminded me of what it looked like. Okay? So in the masculine's conscious thoughts, he's awakening. He's transforming the way that he thinks. The light codes are being activated within him. And he's starting to see that underneath this exterior that he presents to the world, that he is that divine being. Interesting. As we know, with every death, there is a rebirth. So the masculine is going through a big transformation within his mind. We have the King of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and Temperance. So what this tells me is in the masculine's heart space, they're no longer entertaining any type of bullshit. They're cutting away the things that are no longer serving them. They're standing in their king energy. They're wanting to speak their truth. And they really want to move forward with a tangible offer, because the Page of Pentacles is that new beginning, that new tangible beginning, moving forward. But this is more of a mentality. Slowest moving page in the deck. With the Four of Pentacles right in front of it, that just tells me that in the masculine's heart, not only are they holding on to this offer, it's like they're holding back. I feel a real guarded energy here with this card. This female is looking back at the society, at the community, and she's sitting here all alone now. She's guarding this purse, this bag. She's securing her bag. She's securing her money. Her eyes closed to the past is telling me that she's trying to get out of some sort of thing. She's working on her stability. So the masculine in his heart feels like he wants to come forward, but he wants to offer more than just that page energy. He's focused on securing himself financially, but also he's trusting in divine timing. He's being really patient, because whatever this is that he's trying to manifest, it's taking a really long time. Longer than I expected is what I just heard. But either way, surrendering to the divine, trusting that all is going to work out in their favor. So a part of their transformation, I think, is the masculine is awakening spiritually, okay? With Temperance here as well, I feel strongly that the masculine is now becoming aware. We know the masculine has been aware on some level. But now, because this is taking so long, they're also learning more about this connection and what it means. They're getting in touch with their spiritual nature, and they are surrendering to the divine. They now know that this is a divine connection. And no matter what's going on here, the delays and the 3D that they're facing, they know that it's eventually all going to lead back to the feminine, to this new beginning. Okay, so the actions that the masculine wants to take is the Fool. The masculine wants to let go. And he wants to start this new, beautiful life with the feminine. Because their desired outcome is the Empress. I don't know how much more clear you can get. The masculine is working towards this new beginning. This is everything they want. This has been the common theme. We already know this. Masculine is not going to let go of moving this forward, even if it takes a long time, even if it takes longer than expected. The Fool is also a card about trusting again, trusting in the universe, trusting that when they release and let go and surrender, that the universe is going to have their back, that they're going to land gracefully. It may be a little bit of a naive energy, but it doesn't matter. This is a new beginning. This is the beginning of a new journey with their divine feminine. That's everything that they've wanted. Beautiful. So let's dig into the feminine energy. And I'll be using the Muse Tarot. Gosh, guys, I'm already at 17 minutes. All right, so for the feminine, conscious mind, conscious thoughts, we have 4. Feminine's thinking about a lot. In her heart space, what do we have for heart? Just 1. There we go. What did I say? Hermit energy. And you know what? When I was talking about this authority card at the beginning, gosh, I don't want to burn my finger off. When I was talking about this card, I almost said hermit energy and I didn't. And look, here it is coming out. So for the feminine, what actions are they wanting to take towards the masculine? What actions is the feminine wanting to take towards the masculine, if any? Okay, and finally, what is the desired outcome for the feminine? Wow. Not surprised. Bottom of the deck, we have 9 of Wands. So, feminine is guarded. She's standing in her power, though. She's moving forward with intention still. But as I said, she's more guarded around her heart now. She is powerful. Because she's learned how to tame the beast. She's learned how to get through those heartaches and those disappointing energies of her past. 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. Feminine's been through a lot. She's also carried a lot of burdens. And in the past, she's realized that stepping into her power and guarding her heart doesn't mean that she's not powerful and feminine and beautiful and sweet and loving and caring and nurturing like the Empress. She realizes now that in order to create that balance, she needs to not only be the Empress, but she needs to be the Emperor as well. Okay, so let's see in the feminine's conscious thoughts. Wow. So we have 2 queens here. We have the 9 of Cups, Queen of Voices, Ace of Voices, and Queen of Inspiration. So what this is telling me is that feminine is focused on making the dreams come true for her own self. Okay? Because with the 9 of Emotions and the Queen of Voices, this is the Queen of Swords. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And now we also have the King of Swords and Queen of Swords counterparts. Interesting. Feminine is focused on making her dreams come true, making her wishes come true. She's also cutting away things that no longer serve. She's using her intuition to stand in her truth. with the Ace of Swords. I think the feminine in her mind, it's like she knows that she could have this. She knows that she could have this. But she still desires the truth. She's waiting for the truth to be spoken. With two queens here, Queen of Wands, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes the Queen of Wands could be considered like a third party energy, or like, you know, whatever, third party energy, third person in the mix. Feminine could be desiring the truth about a third party, or she could just be getting a balance between her more, you know, masculine energy and her feminine energy, like I said before. She's realizing, you know what? I feel like a theme going here for Libra as well. So if you are a Libra, please go watch some of my recent Libra videos, because a lot of these same cards have actually come out. So anyways, I digress. She's manifesting with intention. She's cutting away things that no longer serve. Very powerful 4 cards here. She's manifesting her wishes by standing in her truth, by being her sassy self. And bringing clarity to the situation. That's really what I'm hearing. Okay, so for the feminine's heart space, we have the Hermit, like I said, going within. Feminine doesn't have really any need to be sharing her heart with anyone right now. She's focused on her goals. She's focused on making these wishes come true. In a very powerful, queenly energy in her mind. But in her heart, she's just focused on her spiritual journey. She's focused on awakening more spiritually and ascending. This man went to the desert probably to fast and pray. And metaphorically, that's what she's doing with her heart. It's not that she's not feeling the feelings. It's not that she doesn't still hold the masculine in her heart. This is also Virgo energy. So she's just really starting to get balanced and be herself and let her true personality shine. And maybe this could also be the feminine cutting away a part of her personality. Because the Queen of Inspiration is also Aries, Leo, Sag. It's very fiery energy. So maybe the feminine has been a little too truthful in the past. So now it's like she's starting to almost cut away that part of her that's running out in the front and maybe being too bold, right? So for the feminine and the actions that she wants to take towards the masculine, we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about a choice, but the choice has been made. But as you can see, not a lot's really being done here. This woman is sitting here and she's looking off into the distance because she knows that she may be waiting for a while. She's not going to stop manifesting it. She's not going to stop waiting or looking for it or hoping for it per se, because this is the choice that she's already made. And we've seen this too in a previous twin flame reading. The feminine is in Two of Wands energy because she's already made her choice. She's content with waiting. She understands that in this waiting energy, this is the time that she is to start transforming her own self. So while the feminine has already made her choice and maybe run out in front and been a little bit hasty in the past, trying to take action and maybe being the pursuer of the relationship. She's now cutting away that sort of, I can't even think of the word, that feisty energy, that need, that desire. She's really starting to be more clear-headed, more level-headed, and act more in this Queen of Swords energy, because that's coinciding right here with that authority card. So yeah, the masculine and feminine both have already made their choice. But like I said, the feminine now understands that there's going to be some waiting involved. The highest hope for the feminine is the Star. The Star is hope, renewal. Again, divine energy, divine timing, divine intervention. Making that wish and holding on to it very tightly. So the feminine is still going to continue to manifest this wish. She made the choice. She knows this connection is real. She knows it's divine, just like the masculine does. But again, there's just more waiting energy for the feminine. Feminine is not really concerned with it though anymore. She's using this time to make herself better. She's using this time to go in within her soul and search for answers and ascend spiritually. So I'm going to get some energy oracles. One for the masculine and one for the feminine. What is blocking the masculine currently? What is the masculine's blockage? The thinking woman. Okay, and for the feminine, what is blocking the feminine currently? The thinking man and the strategy. So here's what I'm going to say about this. You guys are mirroring each other big time. Both of you are being blocked by the reversal of, so for the feminine we have the thinking man, for the masculine we have the thinking woman. So the masculine, his block is worrying about what you're thinking, and your block, feminine, is worrying about what the masculine's thinking. In addition to that, we have the strategy card for the feminine. So I think the feminine is, yes, blocked a little bit because she's wondering, what's the plan? What is the plan here? Are we just gonna think about each other all day? Or are we gonna make a move? Because really, feminine's been waiting. Masculine's been manifesting. But again, it's taking a very long time. So the feminine, although she is pursuing her spiritual path and she is cutting away that need, that desire to be with the physical person, she's blocked because she's still kind of in that Two of Wands energy, just kind of waiting for it to manifest, wondering what's the plan, okay? So I'm going to grab a Angels of Atlantis card for each masculine and feminine because I just got this deck. One of my favorite readers, New World All-Star, reads with this deck, and I actually didn't know which deck it was, and I stumbled upon it, and it's by Stuart Pierce. So kind of a synchronicity for me too, because of the whole Archangel and Atlantis bit that goes on here in this deck. So since it's new, I'm going to just pick a card for each masculine and feminine, and then I will read from the book. So just give it a shuffle. All right, so for the masculine, we have Faith, Angel Raziel, and we have Earth Force, Raphael. So let's read from the book. If I can find it. Oh, they actually go by the archangels in this book, so just give me a second. Here we go. Faith. Faith wishes to be present at this time of your life, and Raziel similarly desires to help you. Make a sacred call to this archangel as you make your leap of faith. When courage is needed to flee from all that is familiar. As you embark on your new adventure, the subtle vapors of the universal mysteries will support you. Ask yourself, what is it that needs releasing from my life? If you hang on to a thought, feeling, or situation that needs releasing, it will only worsen. Let go and let God in. Chant the sacred syllable Om to bring in the divine. Interesting. So this is talking about releasing the thoughts of previous ways of thinking, right? Releasing and letting go of that. So going back to the whole, getting in this King of Swords mentality and manifesting something, but it taking a long time. The Archangel's advice is to just have faith that it is all going to materialize, because the longer you worry about what you may perceive as what's expected of you, the longer it's going to take. It's like you're blocking your blessings by holding on to that preconceived notion. Just allow the situation to unfold. Put your heart into it and open yourself up to it, instead of worrying about what the feminine is going to think about your journey and everything that you're going through. As we've seen, we know the masculine in recent collective readings has been worried and ashamed and fearful because they know that they've disappointed the feminine on some level, right? But now the feminine is not really focusing on that at all. She's over all that. She's over it. She wants to move forward from it. And with Raphael Earth Force, let's see what the book has to say. Oh, come on now. Here we go. Raphael lovingly suggests that you are in need of grounding. Here he reminds you of the beautiful energies that course through centers like the Glastonbury Tor, the heart chakra of the world. If you have been moving too fast, physically or emotionally, as a consequence of stress, take a moment to breathe and find stillness and to connect with Mother Earth. Gaia is always present to hold you and help you, and just like unconditional motherly love, she gives account of who you truly are, in all of your beauty and purity. Let Gaia hold this stress for you and all will be well. Chant Ha 3 times to open your connection with the earth element within. So, feminine, staying grounded, getting in touch with the earth center, with her own heart chakra, understanding how all of it is connected, but also remaining down to earth. So instead of getting lost in the fantasies, cutting away that fantastical or maybe unrealistic way of thinking, really understanding all that's actually happening and how it's all connected. With earth, I think of patience. Okay, love requires patience, a lot of it. And like I said, feminine's already made the choice to stay and wait, and waiting doesn't have to necessarily mean, oh, I'm just waiting around on this person to act right or whatever. Just holding space for someone doesn't require any additional energy. You're just not allowing any bullshit energy in there anymore. You're not entertaining anything less than what you know you desire and what was promised to you when you and your twin decided to come here. Focusing on the spiritual journey itself, not entertaining any type of foolery, okay? So I also created 2 new decks, both of which can be used separately or you can shuffle them together. But I do have the Divine Masculine Energy Oracle, which would be messages from Divine Masculine, as well as the Divine Feminine Energy Oracle. So I know this reading is a little bit long, but it's free for you. So either you're asleep or you're enjoying it, and you'll have to let me know in the comments. So for the masculine to the feminine, what are some messages that the masculine would like the feminine to know regarding his journey? What are some messages that the masculine wants the feminine to know regarding his journey and where he's at currently? Okay, so we have 4. And for the feminine, please. And also, this is artwork done by me. So this is original artwork and messages. So for the feminine to the masculine, what messages does the feminine want the masculine to know about her current journey and where she is with all of this? This kind of wanted to come out. I'm going to take it. Let's get a few more, maybe one or 2 more from the feminine. Okay. Anything else from the feminine? You know I love balance. Okay, you know what? As I say that, 500 cards come out. I'm taking those all back. We're going to try again. For the spirit of this super long video, I did see music has a whole new meaning. So that's beautiful. But I didn't want there to be too many. So we've got, okay, there we go. Those are the ones I'm going to take after I find them. After I find them down here in the rabbit hole of my kitchen. Okay, so we'll start with the feminine. Goodness gracious, here we go. All right, so 777, I open my heart to receive love and miracles. So as we talked about the feminine not opening her heart to any type of foolery, she is opening her heart to receive love and miracles. She's not entertaining anything else. I am no longer confused about this connection. Again, coinciding with the 2 of Wands. There's no need to be confused. Feminine has already made her choice, as we said. So, let's see. I thought I was ready, but I still have work to do. Very interesting. So, going back to this confusingness that I was trying to figure out what was going on before. So feminine is working to make her own wishes come true. She is cutting away the part of her that maybe got her into trouble in the past. So here we go. I'm gonna put these up here actually, because I don't think you can see them down here. All right, and finally, from the feminine to the masculine. By loving you, I love myself. So again, tying back to the feminine understanding that she doesn't need to just be the empress, she also needs to be the emperor. Understanding the duality of the soul. Understanding that every bit of love that she puts into her own self is also flowing within the masculine. So because You Loved Me by Celine Dion just came into my mind. So it's like because the masculine woke her energetically, it stirred this love, this universal love inside of her that she didn't know existed before he came along. Okay? So by loving him, it actually taught her to love herself. That is gorgeous. Okay, so from the masculine to the feminine, I'm discovering my life purpose and following my passion. Beautiful. Enough said. I didn't know what love was until you came into my life. Your eyes are the window to my soul. I'm hearing Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel. I think that's who it is that sings that song. So some of you may have a telepathic connection with your masculine. I say telepathic, but it's not really telepathy because you share the same, you share everything, you share feelings, you share thoughts. So a lot of the questioning that you're doing, you're mirroring one another. Again, look, the thinking woman, the thinking man. Strong mirroring energy the last couple of weeks in these collectives. And look, King of Swords up in this piece. I'm cutting away the things that no longer serve my highest good. So the masculine in these messages, I feel like, is explaining to the feminine what is taking so long. Feminine, you want to know what's the deal, what's the strategy, what's the goal, what's the plan? Masculine still has work to do, just like you do. So for those of you who are in separation currently and you're wondering, why isn't this manifesting? Why isn't this happening? What's the plan? I'm doing all of the work, right? But are you? Because it seems to me like the delay is really only making the both of you stronger, making you both better, awakening you even more. You're ascending into the highest version of yourself. So, having faith that all will end up leading back to yourself, getting in touch with your more masculine energy for the feminine. Again, this is kind of coinciding with that building energy I was talking about in the beginning for Lionsgate. There is a building of masculine energy in the collective because Leo season is all about taking charge. It's all about following your passion. It's all about standing in your power, claiming your kingdom, claiming your sovereignty. That is your birthright since you descended upon this earth. So there may still be some waiting, but it's all for the highest good. It's all so that you can be the best versions of yourself when you reunite. Okay? So I know this reading was a little bit long, but I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions for me or would like to book a private reading, please check out my website. It's www.witchyWootarot.com. And if you'd like to follow along for some additional insights, content, spiritual memes, you can do that on Instagram at Witchy-Woo Tarot. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you're being safe. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.